Welcome to part 1 of the video. In this, we would be talking about offshore banking. Now, first of all, let me explain what the hell is offshore banking. There are three type of countries which we have in the world. Number one, Singapore. On paper, they claim they are honest, but actually they are not honest. That is a reality. Yes, they are honest for those people, or they punish those people, those who are weak. But those who are powerful, strong, and those who have political connects, rest is history. So we have one type of country which is known as Singapore. Another type of countries we have in Asia where everything is possible. You know which country I'm talking. Everything is possible. Black money, foreign institutional investor, participatory notes, ADRs, American depository receipts, GDRs, global depository receipts, everything, all hell is possible. They try to be a country who is actually working for the investors, but reality we all understand. Third type of countries we have, and I call them as honest countries. They openly told to the people that they are offshore banking hubs. And this I always love. Now, by offshore banking hub, it means that they were very clear, and they are very clear, by the way, with the fact that they support people outside their country. I repeat, they support people outside their country to come and invest, or rather, come and deposit their money. That is the very important thing. We have Switzerland, we have Cayman Island, we have British Virgin Island, we have Delaware in United States, we have Panama, we have Caribbean Iceland. The list is huge. Huge. Singapore himself is a tax haven. Let me clarify. Singapore itself is a tax haven. If you are thinking that Singapore is not a tax haven, then you are completely incorrect, because it is a tax haven itself. In one MDB scandal which had happened in Malaysia, basically one MDB is nothing but the Malaysian Sovereign Wealth Fund. There is enormous role which is played by the private bankers, and many private bankers were from. Now, the most important thing is that offshore banking is divided into two parts. That is something which we need to learn and we need to understand very well. Number one is Luxembourg and Frankfurt. Now, from where did these names came, which I hadn't mentioned earlier? Luxembourg and Frankfurt are very clear. They are saying, guys, we are supporting you the complete banking solutions. All big banking names are right up. All banking solutions are there. We are acting as a facilitator. You come, invest in our country and enjoy, or deposit in our country and enjoy. Number two, offshore banking centers are those who help the wealthy people, the rich people, to siphon their money from their original countries. Now, what do you mean by siphoning of the money? By siphoning of the money, I means that there is an illicit illicit money we have across the globe, which means the money belongs to the drug cartel, arms and ammunition cartel, politicians, bureaucrats, and they all wanted to hide this money. We have seen in case of Panama Papers, we have seen in case of Pandora Papers, and God knows what would happen at the later stages of time. We do not know. But having said that, they wanted to hide this money. Now, the hide of this money is further divided into two parts, with channelization and without channelization. And that is really an important job. So let's take an example of Delaware. Delaware is in United States. It is extremely easy to operate LLC in Delaware and do what you wish. But on paper, United States is having Securities and Exchange Commission. They have CFTC. They have so-called FBI, so-called Department of Justice, and whatnot. According to many estimates on Google, because the right figure is not known to anyone except the people, those who are inside the system, Delaware holds millions of shell and shelf companies. So, just to correct my point, these offshore treasury centers are helping people actually to route the money. Since we started this series, so we would be letting you more about that. So offshore treasury center is of two types. Number one, they act as a facilitator. Now, when I say they act as a facilitator, they means that we will connect you with the big boys. The kind of banking solutions which they are offering, you have these banking solutions here. So no need to bother, no need to worry, you will get it here. Other is, which is really very important, is these offshore centers helping people to siphon the money. Siphoning of the money is further divided into two parts. Number one, they help to siphon, and number two, they help to route this money. By the way, as we speak, in 2022, offshore treasury centers play a very important role in the world of finance. If you are thinking that United States is not an offshore treasury center, you are mistaken. If you are thinking that London is not an offshore treasury center, you are mistaken. If you are thinking that Singapore is not an offshore treasury center, you are mistaken. But in the part second, we'll have a more information about the offshore treasury centers or offshore banking hubs. The difference between offshore treasury centers and offshore banking hubs nowadays is relatively very, very small. In the part second, we deliberate on this.